Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Three news stories. Firstly, two Eritrean rival groups are going to take out rallies, organize gatherings very close to each other in a European country on Saturday today. What will happen there? Because last time when the two organized gatherings, they clashed in the same city. Secondly, southern Ethiopia was where employees are protesting for the second day. For the second time, there was a protest by employees, salaries not being paid, but people are not being allowed to protest. Police disperse the protesters. And thirdly, Somalia was. You know that a few weeks ago, some controversial constitutional amendments were approved by the parliament. One regional state, Puntland, refused to recognize the amendments, called for reversal of the amendments. Then a meeting was held of all regional state leaders and federal government about the amendments. What happened? Did Puntland participate? Are all other regional leaders in support of the amendments made a few days ago? 4-day long meeting. Details for you. Firstly, viewers, this month is the month of Eritrean independence. Eritreans celebrate their Independence Day across Europe, America, of course, in the country too. Main programs are organized on the 24th and 25th of May. This year, like last year, but even more than last year, it is becoming difficult for pro-Eritrean government community to organize gatherings in Europe because more than a year ago, an opposition group emerged, calls itself Brigade Hamado, known for attacking pro-Eritrean government communities programs in Europe, in North America. Today, on Saturday, pro-Eritrean government community and opposition groups are expected to gather close to Eritrean embassy in London. Both will carry out their programs. They'll conduct their activities close to the embassy, not in front of the embassy, but at a distance from the embassy. And then they'll disperse. Police officials have been told to make special security arrangements because in December, if you remember, December last year, it was the end of December, I think, when these Eritrean groups clashed on the streets of London. There were clashes close to Eritrean embassy too, and clashes were definitely between pro-Eritrean government community members and Brigade Hamida members, though pro-Eritrean government community accused Tigrayans that those calling themselves Brigade Hamida were basically Tigrayans in the guise of Eritreans. Eritrean government people, they just deny the presence of any Eritrean opposition. They say Brigade Hamida is not an Eritrean phenomenon. These are non-Eritreans. These are Tigrayans, Ethiopian in the guise of Eritreans. So let's see what happens today. Hopefully, things will end peacefully in London. But Brigade Hamid are known for attacking pro-Eritrean government programs. They'll try to advance towards the pro-Eritrean government community gathering if the gathering is small. If thousands manage to arrive there to attend pro-Eritrean government community program, then we might not see any attack by Brigade Hamid. Let's see. We'll try to keep you updated. Let's see how big the two gatherings are going to be in coming hours on the streets of London, close to Eritrean embassy. Secondly, viewers, civil servants are protesting in Ethiopia. They're not being allowed to protest. They're protesting because they're unpaid, but use of force is being reported. I reported 2 days ago that government officials protested in southern Ethiopia, in Sodo city. So those cities in Wolaita zone, teachers protested, schools remained closed. Why? Because for the last 3 months, the teachers were not given any salaries, so they are facing problems, economic problems. Obviously, government officials live on daily basis or monthly basis. You can say they plan their budget according to their monthly salary. If salary is unpaid, how will they survive? That's why they protested in Sodo. Nothing happened. They protested in front of government headquarters. Nothing happened. Then second protest was held, I think, yesterday. Again, they marched towards government offices. Peaceful protest. It was nothing violent about the. Nothing was violent about the protest. But police did not allow the protest to continue. Police resorted to force reportedly. It dispersed the protesters. It is being confirmed from the area. Instead of addressing civil servants' genuine questions, their protests are being dispersed. They're not allowed to protest. But uh, it's good to see that people are covering it. International, some local language services of international media are also covering this incident. It should be covered. How can people survive without salaries for 3 months? Southern Ethiopia is a very neglected area. I mean, had there been such a protest in Addis Ababa, I thought it would have been quick to respond. It's not possible, perhaps, in Addis Ababa to keep employees unpaid for 3 months or some other major cities. But since it's southern Ethiopia, less covered by international media, less covered perhaps by my views and news as well. So that is why government can do whatever it wants to do there. But it's good that now the issues are being reported and covered by international media. Genuine issues of the people. Yeah. Last review was Somalia, where we know that more than a month ago, Somalia's parliament approved some constitutional amendments which were rejected by Puntland. And that day, Puntland announced to distance itself from the federal government, and it announced to work independently, separately. It refused to recognize the constitutional amendments. It refused to recognize Hassan Sheikh as the president of the country. Since then, Puntland Mogadishu relations cut off, and it was being proposed that Hassan Sheikh might withdraw from the amendments, though withdrawal can only be done through constitutional procedure. Now, Parliament will have to reapprove a withdrawal, a reversal. But the government is not backing down. Rather, all regional governments are supporting Hassan Sheikh government. The last 4 days, meeting of National Consultation Committee was held in Mogadishu. The meeting was held to review the amendments made to the first four chapters of the Somalia's constitution. All regional leaders were invited to attend the meeting. All regional leaders except Puntland attended the meeting. All regional leaders and federal officials, Hassan Sheikh government. Puntland boycotted the meeting. For 4 days, federal officials, regional officials, they met, presidents, and then they released a statement a few hours ago. They showed their backing for constitutional amendments made more than a month ago, and they agreed to make more amendments. That means that all other regional states are in support of the amendments. Only Puntland is opposing. It was being rumored that maybe Southwest State or Harsha Valley or Jubaland also, they might also oppose the amendments, and they won't support these amendments at the National Consultation Committee. But all were rumors. Hassan Sheikh government's amendments are backed by all regional states except Puntland. Somaliland obviously does not engage itself with the Somalia's government. It has been operating almost independently, separately for years. So, Puntland, Mogadishu tensions remain, but Puntland seems to be alone. That is why it might forge closer ties. It is forging closer ties with Ethiopia, with Somali. Take watch.